everybody, welcome back to another very exciting Adobe Live. I am your host, Jesus Ramirez, with the amazing
Andrew Hockrattle. There's birds in here.
Birds!
It's crazy.
We were just talking about how I've never been able to do that. So
Yes.
and I'm not going to try to do it live now because I'll just embarrass myself. But Andrew, what are we doing today?
Today we are going to be creating some animated stickers for you to use on social media. We're going to be using a few apps here. We're going to be using Adobe Illustrator. We're going to be using Generative Recolor in Adobe Illustrator. And then we also will be using Adobe Express in 2 different ways. I can't hold up these 2 fingers.
I can do it for you.
Okay, thank you. So we're doing Adobe Express for animation.
Yeah.
And then we also will be converting to a GIF so that we can have individual GIFs.
Wait, is that another app or is that just
same Express?
Okay,
Yeah, same
so
Express,
3
really
apps
easy.
for examples.
Yes.
Or 4 projects.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this, and the key here, stay with me, chat. If you're a designer, if you're working in Illustrator, we need to think in terms of animation. So in Adobe Express, we animate by layer pretty much. You can animate by layer, by group. So as we build things, I'm going to keep in mind what my layers are doing, right, as I build. So it's not just gonna be the way that I throw things together. I'm trying to build intentionally with layers. So we're gonna start easy, and we're gonna show you the process, and then we'll get a little more complicated. First thing I wanna do, we're gonna build the sun. Easy peasy.
Easy.
And so we're just gonna grab here the ellipse tool,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna make a little circle. Boop. And I'm holding Option and Shift there to make that perfectly concentric.
Wow.
Is that the word I want?
Wow.
Concentric circles. So we're gonna make these ugly colors because we are going to use Generative Recolor to fix it for us in the end. So layer 1, the sun. We did it. I want some rays maybe, and I'm thinking that those rays are gonna spin. So I'm trying to keep in mind as I build that I want spinning rays. So the best way to do that, there are, I don't know, 2 or 3 different ways to do that. Let's do 2 ways. So first one.
And Andrew, I'll be right back. I
Yes.
didn't plug in my laptop. I just gotta go.
All
plug
right.
it in.
See you later.
Bye.
Camera 2. Okay, so the best way to do this is to make a star around this. And when you say that, you're like, Andrew, we can't make a star, right? If we click and make a star, it's just gonna like make a star. No, we are going to make a star that has a whole bunch of points. In chat, here's a little hack for you. If we drag this out, as we hit up and down, it is going to add points to that star, right?
Cool.
Really cool. And so we are going to go ahead and make a sun by starting in the middle, dragging out, and then we're going to hit up and down until it has enough points. So I kind of want it to have a lot of points. I think that that looks pretty good.
That's a technical term, by the way, a lot of points.
A lot of points. It's all one word, a lot of points. And we did cover this on the stream last time. Command Shift and then bracket will send it all the way to the back. So I'm thinking again of my animation.
Just like in Photoshop.
Just like in Photoshop. And we are going to do one more time. I'm just going to make a copy of this. And I'm making a copy holding Option and then clicking and dragging using the Rotate tool. We're gonna scale that up just a little bit to get some scale. All right, and we're already looking pretty good. Not mad about how this looks. I'll probably add a white border to this at some point, but for now, I think we're looking okay. I'm gonna make this a different color. All right, these colors are ugly, but camera 2. Let's use Generative Recolor to make some magic here. There we go, thank you. So Generative Recolor, I can click and select all of these, and then we go to Edit. Edit Color. Generative Recolor.
Ooh.
Beta. And we're gonna go here, and let's just type in something that's like sunshine at the beach.
And what I like is you don't have to give it specific colors. You can just give it an idea.
Yes. So general idea, you also can incorporate specific colors if you wanted to. So clicking through here, I'm not mad about that. This one is a little too, it's picking up the water.
Yeah.
This is too this is beachy, that's too intense. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
So we have this here, great. We have a sun. It's a little rudimentary, but we can figure it out and we can zhuzh this up after the fact. Emily's saying, will this be recorded later on? Yes, right here on the Adobe Live YouTube channel. Subscribe and watch again. So I'm gonna save this real quick. Just as an AI file, we're gonna save it into our desktop, and I'm gonna make a new folder that just says like stuff that will live on my desktop for the next 5 years. And we're gonna name this Sun. So we're saving this as an Illustrator file. Now, watch the magic. Is we are gonna come over here into Adobe Express and we can click this, start from your content. And we can go to the desktop, and you see this. We have stuff and the sun. We're going to hit open. Watch this magic.
Magic.
Converting. Directly from our Illustrator file. You can see the little icon there, had the little Illustrator. And now the sun is ready to go. We can hit open in editor. And now each of these shapes, it's all together. We can ungroup it. And now, just like I designed in Illustrator, right? I have all of my shapes here. So I can select the back one. We're gonna go to animation, and we're gonna do looping, and we are just going to have it spin. Yeah, same thing here. We are going to have looping and then spin. And now, when I play them together, yay!
What?
So if I wanted to, these also could spin opposite directions. All I need to do is click one of these, and then I can change the direction of the spin right there, and it's gonna create a really cool effect, actually.
Let's see.
Ooh, trippy.
I like it.
Right? So it's super fun, really easy way to create some different pieces of animation with Express. That wasn't a great example. It doesn't look great. It's like a sun that's like kind of mediocre, but I wanted to show you how we think in designing in layers. Now, let's make something a little more complex in Illustrator. Also, chat, do you have any suggestions for things you would like to see that remind you of the summer? Hey, Seuss, what reminds you of the summer?
Oh, man.
Do you have any like summer things?
You know what? I was never into like swimming or water or anything. I always played soccer, so that was my thing, just playing soccer in really hot weather.
Okay, okay.
So how about this, grassy?
Let's do soccer.
Okay.
Not going to build a soccer ball because soccer balls are impossibly hard to build in Illustrator, but we're going to use one in stock, and then we actually are going to animate it using a great effect. So I'm going to go to stock.adobe.com.
Did I just give you like a really good challenge?
You gave me a really good use case. It's going to make it look really impressive for what Express can do. So you set me.
Okay, good.
You threw me a softball.
Oh, I love. Oh, perfect.
Yes.
I thought I was not, but I'm glad that
stock.adobe.com/free. Oh, actually. Okay, we're gonna try something.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna show you the animation.
Andrew.
So we're just gonna do soccer ball here, and this is gonna give us a stock vector. And I eventually we're gonna see how to create a.
Now, my question, Andrew, is I was gonna say, do you select vectors or do you select? Yep.
Yes, vectors.
Cool.
So I'm gonna just grab one of these. Actually, this is a really complex vector, but I think it's gonna look good for what we're doing.
Ooh, look at you.
So I'm, excuse me, I'm gonna grab this. And what I'm gonna try to do in a minute is we're gonna try to make a 3D soccer ball using materials.
Wow.
Right, which is, it's gonna get wild, but I'm excited. So we're just gonna open that real quick in our downloads. Cool. And you can see this is a very complicated gradient mesh, but we're just gonna copy and paste this into our doc right here.
Look at how fast you are, man. I love all those keyboard shortcuts.
Oh, I play like a piano, yes.
Yeah.
So keyboard shortcuts. V is move. Control C, copy. I'm using A for the direct selection tool. And someone's saying, is it possible to import Fresco animation? I actually don't know the answer to that. Fresco has a really, really great frame animations that you can use.
I don't know what the output is for a Fresco animation, do you?
I don't either.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save this. This is just gonna be soccer ball, and this is my vector. And if we wanted to, we could do customizations to this. If we were gonna build our own, we also could do that. So I'm gonna take this over into Adobe Express, and we're gonna do that. Actually, we're gonna do something different.
Wow,
yes.
I love this.
Oh, there's so many good use cases.
Oh, man.
We don't even have to export this because we have Creative Cloud libraries. So check this out. I'm gonna open up my libraries, and it's gonna load in all these libraries for me. I have one that's just called brand. I don't know what's in here, but there's one that's called brand. And all I need to do is take this vector image that I have, right, directly out of Illustrator. Click and drag it into this brand library. And you can see that it is going to add that soccer ball right here.
There it is.
I'm gonna name this soccer. Okay, and now I can come into Adobe Express. We are going to make, let's say that we wanna do a Facebook post. We're gonna create from scratch, and I'm going to go to my stuff right here, go to brands and libraries, and then from here, I think that I can just search soccer. Let's see if it comes up. Nope. It was brands, so it's gonna find that library. And from there, the soccer ball is here.
There it is.
I can click on that soccer ball. And it's loaded in. So I want this soccer ball to maybe land over in the corner here.
Andrew, what is that? link icon on the top left.
Oh, that's a secret for now.
Ooh.
That just means that it is linked to a library. So we're gonna do some grass for the background. And we're gonna load in just really quick this kind of flat grass background. We're gonna pin that to the background by just selecting it and set as page background.
And are those Adobe stock images, or what are those?
Yes, Adobe stock images. If you are a Creative Cloud member, anything that has a crown on it, you can use. If you're using it as a free member, some of those are premium features.
Okay.
But what we can do is we can grab this. We are going to go to animation, and then we are going to go in. We are going to have it tumble.
Wow. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
Yep.
And the timeline panel opened up.
Yep, and so check this out. So now it's an animation. When I hit play,
That is super cool.
the ball tumbles. It's really good, right?
Cool.
So what's even better is, let's say that this is for a special event, right? And we want this soccer ball to be red and black.
Okay.
Right? I don't know what the special event is. Spain's flag has red and black in it?
Black, yeah.
Sure.
Maybe the high school colors, you know.
High school colors, yes. So we're gonna come in here, and I think this is obviously a very complicated object, but what I'm gonna do
What were your
is
high school colors, by the way?
mine,
Yeah.
red and white.
Red.
So,
Mine were
red, white,
yellow
silver.
and black. Let us know in the chat what your high school colors were.
ooh, yes, chat interaction. So I'm gonna make a little white square here, and this is a great hack if you're working with a complex object like this. I'll make a white square because I know that there's something on here that is white, hopefully that's being augmented by the colors, and go to select, same color. And let's see if there is a white kind of blob underneath
Got it.
all of that. Fill color, there's not. Ooh, that's a bummer for me. So I'm gonna have to go into my layers now and see what's happening with all of these shadows. They are all, okay, they are all crazy, but we can, again, use Generative Recolor. We're gonna select all of us. I don't know if this is gonna work. I really confidently said that, but we're going to go to Generative Recolor.
I love this, Andrew, by the way.
And this time we're gonna do trippy disco lights right here. So it's one of the presets. And let's see what happens when we have gradient maps, if it's going to replace the colors on the gradient maps.
I love it. Let's see.
Oh, it's picking up the highlights.
interesting.
Yes. I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is great, but we're working in the wrong place because on Express, see that little link
Yes.
that we have? That means it is linked to the library. Right now we're editing a regular image. We want to edit the link. So I'm gonna come to the library, double click on the soccer, and now this is where I can make my edits. So we're gonna go to edit, edit colors, Generative Recolor, and we are gonna do, again, that little trippy disco lights. I really liked what was happening there.
There you go.
Now, if I wanted to augment individually, I can go to advanced options. And this is actually going to give me all of the colors. And you can see all these grays here and all these whites. So if I wanted to, I could come in and change this to a red, and it's gonna start shifting some of these whites to different colors.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that just to give us a little bit of a more unique look on this soccer ball. Cool. So it is a lot of highlights and lowlights. That's why it wasn't selecting the color, because they are all individual. Cool. So we're gonna hit OK. And now the link, you can see up here, soccer and then a bunch of letters, means that it's from the library. I'm going to hit save. So Control S, we're gonna save that and close it. Now, we're back in Express. We'll give it like maybe 5 seconds. And what it's gonna do is it's actually gonna send a notification that says, hey, something on this document has been updated. And what that means is in Illustrator, I went and I selected this soccer, and you can see it's different in the library now. And there it is. Express is saying, hey, something's been updated. I hit update, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. There it is.
Yep.
It updated that link exactly how I had it in Illustrator, right? Directly from the link. And watch this, when I hit play, it still keeps all of the animation, and it has updated the link.
That's incredible.
So if you make a mistake, you don't have to go back and reanimate anything. All that animation stays the same. You can just update the link, and then it will relink that image and change it in Illustrator, which is one of my favorite things. It's really, really, really good for making mistakes, and we all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Hi, chat.
I don't think I've ever made one.
Anytime I go to camera 2, I feel like I need to talk to you intimately.
Oh, is this camera 2 over
That's
here?
camera
That's
2,
camera
and it's
2.
just my face.
Oh, man.
Hi.
Wait, how come I don't have a camera too?
You did. We only have one camera.
Oh,
too.
we only have one.
You had it during your stream. So, chat,
Oh, okay.
what else do you think of when you think of summer? So I think of, like a lollipop. And like I think of like a popsicle, which like we can make a popsicle, but I want to make a lollipop because I have an idea for how I want to do it. But I think of like popsicles or like little like sweet treats.
Okay.
Like I always get like little sweet treats during the summer. So we are going to create one of those like spiral candy cane kind of like suckers. And the easiest way to do that is we're going to try a couple different techniques here. We are going to use the spiral tool, and we are going to click and drag. And so we're going to click and drag from the middle. And again, just like the other star tool that we used, we can use the keys and a lot of hotkeys here to help us. We can hit up, and up is going to add segments.
Oh, wow.
Right? So that's adding more segments to the spiral. Or we can hit left or right. Oh, no, it's not left or right. Andrew, what is it? It is... R? There it is, R. R is going to reverse. So that's going to change the
orientation,
area. Yes. And then we also can change the width of how far away they are for each other, from each other. And that key is... We're going all the way across, chat. We're hitting all the keys. I know it exists.
And if you know in the chat, let us know.
Yes, if you know this hotkey, chat, please let me know. Oh man, that's gonna kill me. There is a hotkey to make it so that the decay is what I'm looking for.
Plus and minus, or plus and minus maybe? No?
If somebody wants to check the decay is what I'm looking for. But I can also do this manually by just clicking, and then I have all of my options here. And so segments, 11, decay, we want to be probably less, so maybe like 30% decay. And what's cool, nope, probably more, so we wanna do 100% decay.
And that's a circle.
Please help me. We want to do 80% decay. That's not enough. Let's do 95. Man, there's a hotkey to do this. All right, that's looking pretty close to me for what I'm looking for. So we are going to rotate this. We got our nice little spiral here. And then I am going to try to do a couple things. This isn't what I want it to be. This isn't going to make the sucker that I want. Someone's saying arrow keys. That's what I was trying, and it wasn't quite there. Arrow keys is ride segments. It should be left and right.
I'm looking it up, see if I can find out for you.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's really cool.
You discover something new.
What did I just do? Sorry, I held tilde, and it did something totally insane, and I don't know what it did. What does tilde do? Y'all, okay, we're not making that. We're gonna make a popsicle because I can't figure out what the hotkey is, but we're gonna make a popsicle, and here's how I wanna make a popsicle. We are going to make the layers of the popsicle. The first layer is going to be maybe a nice red, and let's do this. Let's find a color scheme with Adobe Color. So we can go to color.adobe.com, and we are just going to go to the Explore tab. And in the Explore tab, we can actually look for different trends, different keywords. And so we're gonna do popsicle. I spelled that wrong. Popsicle, there we go. And I think that these colors are good. So all I need to do is hit add to library, and it is going to pop up and say it's added to brand. So no math, please. Yeah, amen. That's what we bailed on. You can see it already has showed up in the brand, and I don't even need to take this out. I can literally click on it, and it will give me whatever color I'm hovering over. So we're gonna do 3 of these.
How are you duplicating that?
Sorry. We are clicking and dragging, holding Shift and Option or Alt, and that will make a copy of it. And then we can hit Control D to make another copy of it.
Oh, wow.
So whenever it's selected, boom, I can grab this blue color. Oh, and I have my stroke selected right now, not my fill. There we go. Blue, and then here, that green. These are really fun popsicle colors. And what I'm gonna do is I want it to look like it's kind of like wrapping a little bit, or like has like a little like wiggle to it. So I'm gonna select all 3 of these, and then we are going to go over to Effect. We are going to go to Distort and Transform. Nope, we're gonna go to, Andrew, where are you? Distort and Transform. I want this to be, oh, my brain is farting so bad right now. Warp, literally warp.
Right,
it is
there.
its own section, yes. And we're gonna do, let's do flag for now. So that's looking okay. I don't want it to be as like wavy. And so I want to do rise maybe. Will give me more of what I'm looking for. So we're gonna go rise. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So we're gonna hit okay, maybe a little bit more rise. And then all we need to do is we can click and drag, and we're just gonna make a bunch of copies of this. And it will snap right on there. So that's looking pretty good. And then I'm gonna do here and do this very long.
That's a really cool shortcut. What was it again to duplicate?
Control D.
Control D.
Control D. And what's cool is it will repeat whatever you just did, literally anything you just did. So I'm gonna show you, if you watched the last stream, we made some stars around a circle. I'll show you how to do that in Illustrator using that same trick.
I would love to see.
So I'm gonna make a popsicle shape, and how we're gonna do that is we are just going to use the ellipse tool, which is L, and we're going to click and drag, and it's gonna snap everything to the edges that I need it to.
Super cool.
And then grab a rectangle right here, and you're just gonna draw your rectangle out, make sure it snaps to the edge of that popsicle. Now, if you think you've missed an edge or something got weird like it has here, you can hit Control or Command Y and look at all of the different like pieces. And so now I can select my rectangle and that circle, and I'm just gonna click and drag this so that it goes out to the edge. Oh boy.
Yep.
I clicked all the wrong hotkeys. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna click back in, right hotkeys. Dun dun, I'm gonna group those, gonna pull the whole thing out to the edge, and I want it to snap right there, snapped.
I think you got it.
All right, so now what I can do is I'm going to join these shapes together just using the Pathfinder tool over here. And now select all of these and make a clipping mask, and that's gonna give me a really great popsicle. Boop. Oh, I missed one at the top. There we go. So we got all those shapes, make a clipping mask, and now we've got this really great
There
popsicle
you go. Look at that.
shape,
Looks
right?
amazing.
So something that we can do is we can stack and make it so that maybe we add, control drag.
Yeah, control
yes,
drag.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yes,
That's what I was
it's not a
looking at.
hotkey. Okay, thank you. So we can add in some shading here, maybe add in a little bit of dimension, but I am going to animate this first because I do want this to be like a fun little thing that goes like boop, 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 boop. Like a little wiggle. So we're gonna put a stick in it and then we'll animate it real quick. Excuse me. Let's do a double stick.
Ooh.
I always feel like those were the best popsicles, the ones that had like, you had to have the extra support. All right, so we're just using rectangles there, and then I'm gonna grab these bottom two anchor points using the direct selection tool, which is A, and we're just gonna click and drag over those, and then round them out.
Wow.
Rounding those edges. So we can do as much or as little as you want, just grabbing that little node, and then we'll send these back to the back, and we will make them into a little bit of a yellow color. And here's how I like to do color. If you have a color in your color scheme, but you want something else, just set it as one of these colors that's the closest. So this green is the closest to the yellow I want to go to. And then keep the value, but slide the hue. So we're just gonna do a little hue shift so that it becomes a little more yellow. And now hit OK. And now it will stay within that color harmony.
I like it.
All right, so basic, but good. And we are going to go ahead and just grab this whole thing and toss it into our library. Popsicle. Again, we're gonna bring it into Adobe Express, and I do wanna make this one just a nice little square. Create from scratch. We are going to go to Your Stuff, Brands and Libraries, grab that popsicle right here. Oops.
There it is.
And now we're gonna blow it up. And very quickly and easily, we can add the animation where we have a wiggle. Animation, we can do looping, and we want it to wiggle.
And look at that.
Yay. Feels very Instagram, right? So we can increase the speed, the intensity. That's a little too much. Calm down. There we go. All right, so that looks good, but we want to make all kinds of updates to that, because if I had maybe it on a on a black background, or let's say that we had like a picture that we wanted to put this over.
Like what do you think, Carnival, or are we gonna put in there?
Sure, this summer.
There we go.
So it needs some separation. It needs like a stroke on it. We need to maybe add some more effects. And so we can do that very easily by editing that linked object.
Okay.
So this is where we're gonna go from like meh to like,
Oh, okay. And now we have to open up that smart object, or I'm sorry, that library asset.
Yes, so we're open up the library asset, and this is where we wanna do all of our editing. So we're not gonna be, we're building the base shape, and then we're animating to see what it looks like, and then we're going to add stuff on top to really give it some oomph. So first thing I wanna do is I wanna do like the indent bars that they have, and so we're gonna do that by just making a nice little rectangle and then using the direct selection tool to round out.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah, you know exactly where I'm going.
I like it.
So we're gonna make 2 of these, and I'm just going to center them here. Maybe bring them down just a little bit. That feels like a popsicle, right?
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do is we are going to grab gray here and just a little bit of a light gray and change the blending mode to multiply. And that will really give us that indentation, right? It looks a little bit like it has some dimension to it.
Sure.
So go a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I want everything on this to have a little more texture to it. And so what we're gonna do is we are going to add a brush. Do we wanna do a brush? Let's do a brush, but let's make a custom brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make just a little line here, and we are going to turn this black. And from here, I want it to be like a rough brush, so we're gonna use roughen. I'm gonna go to Effect, I'm gonna go to Distort and Transform, and then roughen. That's a lot. So the size is how high and low it's going.
Okay.
The detail is how many times it is being roughened per ride segment.
Okay.
So we're gonna set the size to like 0.3. Not 3, 0.3. All right.
Okay.
So you see that we're getting like that little drawn effect. If we wanted to, we could also increase this. So you see the more it increases, the more we get. So I'm gonna bring this down a little bit because I do want it to maybe just be a little rough looking. We also want it to be smooth, so it's not sharp corners. We want it to be smooth, so it'll smooth it out.
Right.
So we're gonna hit OK, and from here, we can actually come up to our brush, and we can click on our new, which is the plus right here. We're gonna do new art brush, hit OK. And the direction is, yes, left to right, looks good to me. We're gonna change the method to tints. And then hit OK.
What does that mean, method to tints?
It is the way that you can control the color on it.
Okay.
So hues is just different values of the same color. Tints allows you to change it from black to a different color.
Okay, cool.
So now we can come in here and we can use some little hacks is we can use our direct selection tool to select one of these colors, and then we're going to go to select, same color, fill color, right there. So now everything that's green is selected. So now I want to grab the stroke right here, and I want the same green as a stroke. So I can click and drag the fill color onto the stroke color. You don't even have to make a selection. You can literally click and drag it.
Cool.
From there, we are going to add our brush that we just created right here. Boop. And now you see already, right? We've got a little bit of texture going on there. And so what's cool is we can actually do that with all these different pieces. And if you don't want to use the select same, you can use Y, which is the magic wand tool. That's familiar to you.
Yeah, yep.
I feel like people don't know that magic wand exists in Illustrator.
Right.
It does.
And actually, I like it better in Illustrator. I think it's a better job.
Yes. So we're going to grab this same thing. I'm just going to grab all that blue, same process, drag that brush on there and give us a little bit of texture. And the last one is that pink, same thing there.
Very smart.
A little bit of texture.
So it's keeping both the fill color, the stroke color the same, and then applying that brush to create those rough edges.
Yep.
Brilliant.
And if you wanted to kind of make it look a little more unique, you can randomly grab a couple of these pieces and then just change, because it's such a crazy brush. If you change it to like 1.25 or you change it to 2, it's actually going to shift all those pieces so that it doesn't look like it's repeating.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get something a little more unique.
I like it.
We've got all those pieces in there. I do want to add it to these as well, right? So let's do the same thing. Click here, drag it over, and I'm going to add this to all the pieces. And now you see we're starting to get
beautiful.
We're starting to get a little bit of that unique look to our design, which is exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and do it to the sticks real quick as well, and then I'm going to add an outline around the whole thing.
Okay.
Boom, boom. All right. Now, let's grab everything and add an outline behind it. The way to do that is we are going to copy this, Control-C. We are going to go Control-Shift-V or paste in place. Paste in place. And you can see we have a copy of it now. So what is not going to work here is if I just unite everything, it's going to be a nightmare because it is like a stack of objects. So if we go to our outlines mode, that's literally what's happening behind the scenes, is we have all the boxes and then it's doing the little boop boop. So what we can do is we are going to need to get just the outline pieces. So all the pieces on the inside here can go away. These, gone. This, we do need just the outside clipping mask. All the stuff in the middle doesn't matter. So I'm gonna release the clipping mask, deselect the clipping mask, and delete all that content. And you can see the clipping mask is still there because that's the important part that we need. Down here, a little more complicated. We're gonna need to go to Object and Expand because we do need all these little pieces. We might not. Let's take the stroke off, actually. We don't need the stroke on there. All right, so we have the basic outline now. We can select all this, and then we are going to, boom, Pathfinder it, and then use Offset Path. Offset Path allows us to add just a little bit of space outside of it, and this is going to give us that really cool kind of look. So we're going to do this. We're going to make both of these white, so it's going to go to the background. It'll go back behind here. But before I do that, I do want to add our fun little wiggle. So I'm going to add in our little wiggle brush on this as well. And we can't see it because we need a shadow. So I'm going to go to Effect and add in my shadow. So Stylize, Outer Glow, just a little bit of black. Take the opacity down here. Okay, and now we'll bring that back behind. And now we've got our little sticker.
Super cool.
So I believe if I save it right now, because the artboard is just hitting the edges, it won't actually show the whole thing.
Right.
We can change that. Shift-O. So instead of Control-O, Shift-O allows you to change the artboards, and then you can literally just transform it like anything else. All right, are we ready?
And this should go to Adobe Express, right?
Should go to Adobe Express.
All right, let's do it.
Control-S. That is going to save the popsicle. We're coming back to Adobe Express.
Updates there already?
Updates there. I might be the other object still. I think it's the other object still. But what's cool is it's updating Illustrator, Express, Photoshop, Illustrator, or InDesign. Anywhere that I have placed this with a library, it is updating across the board at the same time. And, all right, there we go. We're updated.
There we are. Oh, there we go one more time. Oh, there we go.
And what's cool is because we added that shadow, if we zoom in on here, you can see that it's pulling that shadow in as well, which gives us some good separation. So anytime I want to do a sticker, I always add the shadow, especially working with clients, because they'll try to add the shadow themselves, and you're like, don't do it. Or they won't get contrast. All right, cool. So updated, and we've still got all of our animation
Look at that. Wow.
Yes. All right, should we make it a GIF?
Sure.
Okay, so easiest way to make this a GIF is we are going to just center this right here. Right there. And then we are going to go to download. So the animation is on here. We added the little wiggle animation. We're going to go to download. And then we are going to go, oh, I might run into a problem here. All right, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something that's not going to work, and then we're going to try something else.
Okay. So what's the problem?
So the problem is, I don't believe that there is functionality yet in Express to export with an alpha channel, which is what we need.
Right.
So we need it to be kind of see-through. But there are a couple hacks that we're going to try here. Is the first hack that I'm going to do is I am going to set the background of the page to a green color.
Okay.
So this is going to be a little workaround. Don't know if it's going to work, but we'll give it a shot. So hot green. We're going to download this. Then we are going to open up a new Express tab.
I see what you're doing. Very smart, by the way.
I'm trying. And I talked myself up, and now I'm trying to talk myself out of the up that I talked myself into. Is we are going to do remove background. And I believe, hold on, it's here. I know it's here. Remove background from a video.
I think have you clicked on it yet? It doesn't need to be selected.
I think, okay, hold on, chat. We're doing it. I downloaded it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the way that it's going to work. We're going to create from scratch.
Yep.
Then we're going to upload our video. So
Yep.
we're going to upload from device, go to downloads, right here.
Yep.
We've got our green screen.
And then when it's selected, it should be the remove. There it is, remove background. Wait till it analyzes or whatever.
Yes, so you can remove the background from videos now, which is really cool.
This is super amazing.
So
I'm curious to see what it's going to do with the shadow, though. That's what I'm really curious about.
I am too. Also, when you have the artboard tool active, if you double click on the outermost item of the artboard, snaps to the bounds. Yes, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, we're letting this analyze, and then we will try to remove the background there.
It takes a second.
Yes, let's go back into Illustrator and show what Fallon was just saying.
Yep.
So if we have this object and we want to create an artboard around it, all we need to do is go Shift-O, which is going to be our artboard tool, and with it selected, we click, and it's going to snap an artboard directly to those edges.
Cool.
Right? Which, if you're working with a file that's super chaotic, just being able to click on each thing, and then you can reflow your artboards over here, reflow, and then it will organize them for you.
Amazing.
Right, which is really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and do the cheap way out. Let's do some stock stuff so I can show you some more generative recolor, and we'll create some stickers that way.
All right.
All right,
Oh, there
remove
it is.
backgrounds here. Let's see what happens. I'm so interested.
Yeah, it's gonna work. I'm just trying to see what's gonna happen with the shadow. So that's the real thing. There we go. It's happening.
It's really thinking about it.
There we go.
All right, it did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's not great, but for what we did,
Right.
yeah. Remove background. I'm actually curious with like people, how well it does removing the background with people.
That's actually pretty good. I've done a couple things with it, and it's not terrible.
Let's see here. So if you're building something for TikTok, if you're building something for social media, this could be a great way to like overlay yourself onto something. Excuse me, the hiccups. Oh, I'm gonna die. We're gonna explode, chat. All right, we're coming back in Illustrator. So I'm gonna grab some stock. Go to stock.adobe.com/free. And let's do summer. And let's grab vectors right here and see what we come up with. Ooh, these are already fun summer vibes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna license this, and then we are going to use Generative Recolor to reimagine some of these and see what we can create. All right, remove background. Are we removed? Yes. All right, let's play this.
Not bad.
I mean, that did a pretty good job.
Not bad at all.
I am not, yeah, that's not bad at all. So there is remove background for video now, which I believe is new.
Yeah.
I think that is a
just came out.
completely new feature, which is really cool.
And if you don't mind switching to my screen for just
Oh, yeah,
one
let's hop
second,
over.
I wanna. This is something that I did for another demo for Adobe Express, and it's just I used the remove background feature on that lady dancing, and it does a pretty good job.
Oh yeah.
You know?
That's really fun for like memes and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the whole intention. That's all I wanted to show. Just that it works pretty well considering all you're doing is clicking one button, and it's going to be for like an Instagram post. You don't have to go into like After Effects and spend an hour there just to get something, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna make some copies of our summer vibes here. If we want to flip back over to my screen.
There we go.
And I'm going to select one of these. And chat, I need some prompts. What kind of color schemes would we like to see? I'm going to try to make one that's winter. So we're going to go to Edit, Edit Colors, Generative Recolor, and let's do like frozen tundra.
Tundra, wow.
Winter, snow, ice. Let's see what happens. Chat, make your suggestions, and we will make some versions for you too. Ooh.
I like that.
Okay. I like that one. That still has like some summerness to it. So what I don't like is I like all the colors, but not where the colors are going. So what we can do is we can go to Advanced Options, and here we can just randomly change the color order. So that is going to keep changing the colors until we find something that we like.
All right.
All right, that looks pretty good.
I like that,
But if there's a color that we don't like, right, this green going to white, we can click and drag, and it will re-shift those so we can kind of get some more manual adjustments there.
Yeah.
Now I want to get back to what I like. Okay, that's good. Chat is saying Neapolitan ice cream. Ooh, Disney villain-inspired palette. Ooh, I like that. So let's go Edit Color. Let's do Generative Recolor. So let's do like poison, fire, What other like villain words do we have?
Poison, fire. What about, I mean, venom?
Oh yeah, venom, I like that. Maybe like spider.
Okay.
All right, let's see what happens. This is gonna be really interesting. Poison, fire, neon, venom, spider. Honestly, not bad.
No.
Ooh, I really like this. I really like this one just in general. I think that's really fun. So what's cool is we can take this whole thing if we wanted to, and we could take this directly into Express as an Illustrator file. So there are a lot of pieces, but that's fine. We could add groups to them to really work with those pieces to create some really cool GIFs. Someone's asking, is there a way to upload your AI file and Creative to Express reads the layers individually, trying to animate an illustration that has many elements? This is a great example.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's grab one of these. So I'm going to grab this one here, and we are just going to make a new document, and I'm going to save it in. All right, so you can see here, there are a lot of shapes happening here. There's a lot going on with this. So we're going to save this as flowers, and then bring it over into Adobe Express. Start from your content right there. Converting. Also, if you have any other questions about literally anything, I can help you, unless it's the hotkey for changing the decay on the arc of a spiral.
No, but we just found out what it was.
Now
it was
I know.
Drag and control.
Now I have infinite knowledge. I'm too powerful. So we can go and open Editor, and I think this is what you were asking for, is can we animate these all separately? Yes. So when you open it, it's always a group. You need to ungroup right here, and now I can come in, and let's say we want this one to maybe wiggle.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wiggling.
We want this one to tumble. Actually, let's do yo-yo. That's insane.
Yeah.
Let's do a full spin. It's a lot. And the flower here, it looks like this is broken out into shapes. So we have the yellow, or sorry, the pink, the white, and the yellow.
Yeah.
When you ungroup, it ungroups everything. So a lot of times you need to come in here, and we'll just make some selections, and then we'll need to regroup some of these objects.
Right.
Yellow and that, group all of that together. And then this one, we will do, sure, maybe breathe.
There we go.
So now I'm gonna zoom out. Now each of these are individually edited. So you can see them moving separately. Now, not only are they individually edited, we can go in and change the timing of these as well. So we're gonna click Edit Timeline, which is right behind me. And then, but if we move to the other side, then it's gonna cover the thing that I'm about to show. So behind me was a button that said Edit Timeline, yep.
Yeah.
And then right down here, Show Layer Timing. And Show Layer Timing will show you with each layer what you're doing. I actually hate that this is spinning, and so I need to change it. Let's just do jitter, that might look better. And we're gonna select it, and this one, I don't want to start jittering until midway through.
Right.
This one, I want to start kind of in the middle, actually way later, and then the flower, I want to start right at the beginning.
Right.
So you can click and drag to where these start, and now when I hit play,
Boom.
boom, boom, boom.
Look at that.
Right?
Wow.
And if I wanted to have it not like pop in, you can actually animate the in and the out. So we can in, this one I'm going to have spin in, and then maybe on the out, we're gonna have it spin back out. Spin back out the other way.
So then it'll like do the, what about in the center? Would it be the wiggle or?
Wiggle, yep.
Okay.
So it'll spin in, it'll wiggle, and then it'll spin out.
Okay, cool.
Same thing here, let's do a different one. Let's have this one kind of tumble.
Okay.
And then out, we're gonna have it slide out to the side. This one, I think I'm going to have it on the way in, do a grow. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty.
that'll work.
And then we'll have it grow out. And now, all the timing should look different. So now when I hit play, all these should come in. 1, 2, 3, and then they do their animation, and then they animate out.
That's amazing.
Right?
Wow.
So super easy, and this is directly out of Illustrator.
And we can even drop in some music if we wanted to.
Oh, you've tempted me. Yes, okay, let's do that. So what I'm gonna do now is we are gonna do, I'm gonna add some video in the background just real quick.
Yep.
Sure.
There we go.
We are going to Go ahead and scale this all the way up, and then I'm going to drag it down below these layers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder if the keyboard shortcut works.
Oh.
No?
It does.
It does. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at
universal.
that.
We have a trend. We have a
Yeah.
theme.
Good job, Adobe.
So
Thank
what's
you.
also cool is I'm going to multiply these so that I have like a little interaction with the background.
Okay.
And again, the video will play, the interactions will happen, and the multiply will go through all of this. This is gonna be wild. So when I hit play here, watch, the video plays, our animation still happens, everything works.
Look at that.
What's even better is I'm gonna plug this in and throw off our studio manager because I can not only do music, I also can do voiceover.
What?
All right, so I'm going to put on these headphones and we're gonna do a quick voiceover. We're gonna go to audio
All right, I'll stay quiet.
and then record voiceover. So when I click on record voiceover, all right, it's getting my audio right there. So let's do, make sure my volume's on. All right, let's start recording, here we go. This summer, visit the beaches of Adobe Live. All right, so let's go ahead and play this back.
You have a great voice for radio.
Thank you.
And a face as
I
well.
have a face for radio,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna hit play and chat. Please enjoy if this works.
This summer, visit the beaches of Adobe Live.
It worked. Also, I think you
Awesome.
have headphones.
Oh, do I?
Where are they? Oh, they're up there. They're up on the mic, up top.
Oh,
right
up
there.
here. Okay, cool.
Yes, you can join us. So I added in the voiceover, and I do believe that I can add music on top of this voiceover. Here we go.
This summer, visit the beaches
I
of
hear it.
Adobe Live.
Right? So let's add some music here. All we need to do is come back to media, and we're going to go to audio, and then let's maybe do, oh yeah, tropical is already here. Let's see here.
Cool.
Yes,
That works perfectly.
So I can click, and you can see that it's placed it onto my timeline. And so let's go ahead and play our timeline.
This summer, visit the beaches of Adobe Live.
Wow.
So this is very easy. You can add text here. You can add anything from Illustrator. So if we wanted to, again, we have our library that we've created in Illustrator at our disposal. We can literally come back to your stuff, go to brands and libraries, and maybe instead we want it to be soccer. We can grab our little soccer ball and throw the soccer ball on here as well. My mouse is dying. All right. We can grab the soccer ball right here.
It'll load. There we go.
There we go. We can add in our little falling animation. Maybe we want it behind that flower. We can go in animation in. We want it to tumble. And then out. We want it to tumble out again. And now,
This summer, visit the beaches of
it's
Adobe
pretty
Live.
cool. There's,
Yeah.
I mean, with just a few clicks, you can create something really, really powerful.
Yeah. Now, it might be too much for this stream, but
Okay.
you could also create an animated character with your voiceover, and it'll say the things that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we? Yes. Let's do it.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Let's-
Oh, okay.
Like, okay. Yes. Okay, so we'll go over here. This is just like a complete side tangent. And someone had a question, I think, somewhere. Do you know if Adobe Express to add type animations for individual letters? I don't know. What I would do is I would break,
Yeah.
I would just do a bunch of layers of letters. So like what I would do is basically this, is instead of having like a word, I would just type a letter.
Right. Just, like if the word was add, you would just type the letter A.
Yes, so I would
Yeah.
do this and then find the right font that I wanted. Let's do Cooper. Actually, let's just do that. So I do this and then I would hit duplicate. But what I would do is I would actually do all of my animation first. So I would do animation in, I would have it bungee, and that's probably fine for now. And then I would duplicate this after the animation was done, and then just line them up. So let's, have it say add. And then one more here. I would just drag this over, and we would have that. And so now I can change the layer timing by selecting one of these and turning on show layer timing. We can have it come in a little bit later. This one, I want to come in a little bit later than that. And then this one, I want to come in a little bit later than that as well. Not the most intuitive, but it works.
Right. Look at that. Beautiful.
Easy.
Beautiful.
Question answered. Any other questions, chat? Let me know. Let's go ahead and do that
voiceover animation. Have you guys seen this? This is really cool. There it is. Animate from audio right in the middle.
Yes, animate from audio right here. So what we're going to do is we have a character. You can pick one of these characters. We're going to hit enhance speech. I think, what are we feeling here for characters?
I don't know. Anything summer-like? Anything?
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. What's a summer animal?
Oh, we're gonna do this guy.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
The opposite of summer.
Yeah, but he's stuck in summer.
Oh, got it.
There we go. He's at a hot summer season.
There we go.
Summer
Perfect.
season.
Yeah.
Size, we can change this. Let's do it for social media maybe.
Yeah.
And then we are going to record. Oh, it's recording right now. Here we go. Hey everybody, just getting ready for summer. Boy, it's getting hot out here. I hope I don't melt. Okay. So I'm gonna leave these on so I can hear it.
Yeah.
So what it's gonna do is it's gonna take this character and it's going to take the cues from my voice and it's going to animate this character, which is magic.
It is definitely magical.
The voiceover effects and some of the animation stuff in Express have like the biggest potential for me. Like I think it's so much possibility and so much fun for us to work on.
Right.
And again, we're going like Illustrator, Photoshop, Express, animation. It all works together really well, especially if you're working with Creative Cloud libraries.
That's right.
It's very helpful. And Fallon, thank you so much for sharing. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
We're here to help you with whatever you need help with. So
and that's the beauty of the Adobe Creative Cloud ecosystem, right? It's not like other competitors where like, oh God, I have to like export this and break it up into layers. It all works with the Creative Cloud library very seamlessly.
All right, chat, we're gonna download this. Are you ready? Actually, let's open an editor and we can add stuff to this.
Yeah.
So what's cool is we have this and now we open an editor and it's going to give me my video right here. If I turn show layer timing, it's gonna give this video. Here we go, let's see.
Hey everybody, just getting ready for summer. Boy, it's getting hot out here. I hope I don't melt.
It's great.
It's so good.
That's really good.
It's so good. And so let's say that we wanna add in some text on here. We can do text, we can add text, and let's do ready for winter.
And you know, here's another trick that I've done, and I don't know if we can incorporate it or how, but like you can type in the search bar something like, I don't know, like lens flare overlay, and then switch the blending mode to screen, and it'll be like animated overlay over the image. So maybe there's like a sun going around or something, I don't know.
So we're gonna do a shadow here just to have it. I literally have like 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make this happen. So go ready for winter. I'm gonna move this up to the top. And we are going to make this text be yellow.
Good idea. I think yellow would work.
Yep. Sure.
Good enough.
Right there, close enough.
Perfect.
All right, so ready for winter, looks good. Let's add some animation so that it loops in. Let's have it bungee in, looks good. And here's what Jesus was talking about, is going to media, and then we'll do video and do snow on black. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow me to overlay that. So falling snow looks good.
Perfect.
All right, and we're gonna change the blending mode here to screen.
Yeah.
And then only the white will show up. So now, when I hit play,
Hey everybody,
You can
just
see the
getting
snow.
ready for
You
summer.
can see the snow
Boy,
falling.
it's getting hot out here. I hope I don't melt.
And here's a pro tip. Just like the snow wasn't strong enough, if you wanted to, you can go into adjustments and then crank the brightness up to make those snowflakes even more visible in that animation.
Great tip. So we can go into adjustments right here, increase that contrast, and then maybe we want the brightness to come up too.
Yeah, and highlights.
Highlights all the way up.
Yeah,
Shadows.
whatever you can do.
Yep. And so now when I play this,
Hey everybody,
you can
just
really
getting
see
ready
that
for
snow
summer.
coming through.
Boy,
Yep.
it's getting hot out here. I hope
Look
I
at
don't
that.
melt.
Oh, that's so cool.
Really cool.
That's really cool. So something else that I've seen people do as well is they will come in with media and they will do a photo, and let's say like a frosted window. And then they will remove background, right? So they'll go like here, and then we'll rotate this, and then blow this up, and then click on remove background to get rid of all of that like black area. Or if it has like a frame that goes through it, it gives you like this cool animated kind of dimension look. Did the opposite. But also we could change this one to screen as well.
Screen, yep.
And when I play,
Hey everybody,
Yep.
just getting
Look at
ready
that.
for summer.
Amazing.
Boy, it's getting hot out here. I hope I don't melt.
All right, I don't know about you, Andrew, but I think this was an amazing stream. I want everybody in the chat to give a big applause emoji to Andrew because he killed it.
We did.
Amazing.
I like that we started out with like, we're gonna create stickers for summer, and then we ended up with a snowman getting ready for winter with a voiceover. So that's Adobe Live for you. We're here to help you learn, to help you grow your creative skills. Make sure you stick around every day, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. We are streaming right here on Adobe Live. Jesus, you'll be back soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. Invite me back.
Yes. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you so much.